Hi there, welcome back to my channel where I help online influencers quickly and easily update their Showit website so that they can spend less time figuring it out themselves and more time growing their business, connecting with their audience, and generating the revenue that they truly desire. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Showit Dashboard. As a first-time user, Showit can seem rather overwhelming. There are lots of sections and tabs within the dashboard, and it can be hard to know where on earth to click first. This video is going to give you a rundown of the Showit dashboard so that you can become familiar with how everything works. By the end of this video, you're going to feel much more confident and in control when it comes to creating your website in Showit. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments below. I've also attached a link to a discount code in the description so that you can get 10% off your first annual subscription as a new Showit user. Okay, so once you've selected a template to work with, you'll be directed to the main design dashboard within Showit. Starting from the top, we have your website name and connected domain, site settings, design settings, and media library, which we will look at soon. A list of all of your website pages, a list of all of your blog templates, a list of all of your site canvases, user profile, mobile and desktop views, zoom buttons, design tools, undo and redo buttons. And then on the right hand side we have individual canvas information, which we will also cover soon. And then we have the preview and publish buttons. With Showit you can preview changes that you make on your website without making them visible to your visitors. Changes won't take effect until you hit the publish button. Okay, so first of all let's look at the account management section. Your account management settings can be accessed by selecting your profile button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. There are two main sections, site designs and account settings. On the site design side, we have View My Site Designs. This section is where you can find your primary website template as well as any other plus sites you've created. Showit allows you to have an unlimited amount of plus sites. Plus sites are basically subdomains of your primary domain. For example, say I wanted to create a client portal which was completely separate from my main website. I could create a brand new site within my Showit account and connect it using a subdomain. Okay, next we have Create a New Site Design. Clicking here allows you to create a new plus site using a subdomain of your main domain like I just previously spoke about. View Shared Designs. This is where you can view designs which have been shared with others via a unique share key. Next we have Add to Library. This is where you can add a new design to your library. Choose from a selection of free designs or even upload a template that has been shared with you using a unique share key. Okay, on the right hand side we have account settings. First of all, we've got Manage Your Account. This link will open a tab for your Showit account. Your Showit account is where you can update your personal information, change your password, and access recent emails sent through your website contact form. Subscription. Clicking here will allow you to view details of your current subscription with Showit, including payment frequency, past invoices, and billing information. The next link is Manage Domains. This is where you can manage your primary domain as well as any subdomains, so plus sites, that have been created. Domains can be enabled or disabled on this screen. Rate Us. In this section you can leave a review about your experience with Showit. And then lastly we have the Logout button, which obviously will log you out of your Showit account. Okay, next we have Site Settings. The Site Settings tab displays important information about your connected domain. So first of all, we have your site name. This is generally the name of your business. So for me, it's StyleMaker Studio. Next, we have custom domain. This is the website URL that is connected to your website. Showit will automatically install an SSL certificate on your site, meaning that your site will be secure. So customers' information will be private when sent to your website address. This is now a requirement of search engines such as Google and is essential if you decide to sell online products, services, or physical products directly on your website. Next, we have the favicon. A favicon is an icon that is associated with your website. It will appear next to your website name when you open a tab. The vanity URL slug is essentially something that connects your website to Showit prior to having your custom domain connected. For example, if my vanity URL is StyleMaker Studio, this is what will be used for the vanity URL, publish URL, and also preview URL. So I can view my website and any changes made before hitting publish. Clicking on the Share button will assign a unique share key to the template you are editing. If we were creating a template that we wanted to later share with others or even sell to customers, we could select this button to create the unique share key for the particular website we are working on. The blog is where your domain for your blog is displayed. Showit gives you the option of either linking your blog to your main domain or specifying a separate domain to link your blog. I generally recommend to link it to your main domain. So it's www.stylemakerstudio.online/blog. This allows your visitors to access the features of your main site easily if they decide to click away from your blog page rather than it being on a completely separate domain. It's also much better to have your blog connected to your main domain for SEO purposes as well. Okay, so third party, this is a tab where you can add your Google Analytics ID as well as your Facebook app ID. And close will obviously close the site settings tab. Okay, moving on to design settings. The design settings section is made up of two main tabs, Site Style and Fonts. Site Style is where you set the color palette and fonts for your site. You do have the option of using colors outside of your main palette, however adding your primary color palette here first makes it easy when it comes to maintaining consistency. Style consistency will also allow you to maintain a higher level of professionalism. Keep in mind that if you change the primary color palette here, this will update the color selections for your entire website. Moving on to font styles, mobile and desktop. Again, this section has been designed to maintain consistency throughout your website. We have your title font, heading font, subheading font, and paragraph font. If you ever want to change the fonts, you simply select the three dots and update the default setting styles. Fonts. This is where you add new fonts. Showit is connected to Google Fonts, however you can also add custom fonts as well. Custom fonts need to be uploaded as WAF files to your media library. Once uploaded, they will show in this drop-down list and can then be added to your selected fonts list. Okay, moving on to desktop and mobile views. Within Showit, the design of the desktop version is separate to the design of the mobile version. If you make changes on the desktop version though, you have to also alter the layout design of your mobile site to accommodate those changes. Although it might seem time consuming, this is how you can control exactly what your website visitors see, whether they are using a laptop or mobile device. Everything that you add on the desktop view will also be added to the mobile view. You can choose to hide certain elements from either view, however, depending on what you want your site to look like across certain devices. Okay, moving on to site elements. So pages, this is where all of your website pages will appear. For example, home, about, services, etc. Blog templates. Blog templates are pages which are connected to WordPress. The most common templates that will appear here will be your blog landing page and your single post page. In addition to these pages, you can also create post category pages, 404 redirect pages, search pages, archive pages, and more. Moving on to site canvases. Your page templates are essentially made up of two types of canvas sections: page canvases and site canvases. Page canvases are canvas sections which are used once on a particular page of your website. On the other hand, site canvases can be shared across your entire website. This prevents you from having to design the same section over and over again. For example, the navigation section of my website is something that I want to appear on more than just one page of my site. Instead of designing it every time I create a new page, I can design it once, convert it to a site canvas, and simply add the design from my site canvases list. Okay, moving on to page elements. First, we have the Pages tab. Under the Pages tab is where you will find a list of all of the sections that make up an individual page design. The sections are ordered depending on where they appear on the page. This makes it very easy if you want to change the position of a particular section. All you need to do is hold and drag the section to rearrange the order. Sections which display diagonal lines are known as site canvases, as we spoke about earlier. Remember, any changes we make to site canvases will automatically update across the entire website wherever those particular site canvases have been added. If we select a specific canvas, the details of that canvas will show up on the right-hand side. So, moving on to the canvas section. This is where we can view the settings for each individual canvas. We can see the canvas slug name and stacking order. Stacking order refers to a layer hierarchy. Stacking order is particularly useful when we're using layered sections such as sticky navigation menus. If I'm creating a navigation bar that I want to scroll over every other element of the page, I need to increase the stacking order number of that canvas so it sits on top of everything else. Further down, we can see the canvas type for both desktop and mobile. We have normal. This canvas is set to display using the dimension settings in the dashboard. Window height. This canvas will take up the entire display area of the screen. And then grow with content. This generally relates to the WordPress dashboard, used mainly for blog templates and single post templates when there is an option to increase how much content is seen by the website user. For example, your blog post content that will increase in size depending on how much you've written for the specific blog post, or your blog post summary number, which displays a summary of your most recent blog posts. Initial height refers to the canvas height. Sticky is used for sticky navigation menus or elements that we want set to stick to the top or bottom of the screen. Okay, canvas background. This is where you can change the background color of the canvas for both desktop and mobile design. Animation. This setting allows you to add subtle animations to the canvas or specific design elements. View transitions. This setting is used in conjunction with canvas views. We will talk more about view transitions and canvas views in another video. The scroll actions feature allows you to trigger certain actions when someone scrolls over a certain element of your website. For example, you may want a newsletter pop-up to automatically display when someone scrolls past a particular area of your website. This is what you would use the scroll actions feature for. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful. Like I said earlier, if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. Remember to sign up for the 10% discount off your first annual subscription with Showit using the link in the description. And for more Showit tutorials, remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know as soon as I upload a new video. See you next time.